Welcome in, and thanks for joining us for the WHHI Daily News, where we strive to bring you more Lowcountry news more often. I'm Bob Stevens. The murder indictment for Alec Murdaugh came from his peers in the Lowcountry. A Colleton County grand jury, through the State Law Enforcement Division and the Attorney General's office, has indicted Murdaugh on 2 counts of murder and 2 counts of possession of a weapon during commission of a violent crime. Sources have told CNN that the grand jury learned of a blood splatter on Murdaugh's clothes the day of the murders, consistent with the firing of a weapon at close range, and that Paul Murdaugh's phone contained a recording of Alec talking to his wife Maggie just before the murders. Beaufort County's school board has gone halfway in settling a controversy over changes in the Beaufort High Eagles mascot logo. It's dumped the rest of the controversy in Superintendent Frank Rodriguez's lap and is meeting again to review its mascot change policy. The redesigned Eagle's eye on the press box will be replaced by a sign saying home of the Beaufort High School Eagles, but a similar logo on the field will remain for now. Current students favor the new logo, but longtime alums prefer the Flying Eagle mascot brought to the school when the 3 Beaufort high schools merged during integration. The Utah developer who tried to revive the Defusky Resort over the last decade has now been sentenced to a little more than 5 years in a federal prison and an undetermined amount of restitution for wire and tax fraud. J.T. Bramlett's already been in jail for more than a year for violating the terms of his bond while he was awaiting trial. Bramlett's Polaris Group bought the resort out of bankruptcy court in 2011 and then went on to raise another $10 million from individual investors after foreign money dried up. Bramlett pocketed about $1.5 million for high-end personal expenses, and he was behind in paying property and payroll taxes. And a Lowcountry EMS worker and her 2-year-old niece are on their way to recovery after a kidney transplant that might have saved both their lives. EMS worker Sarah Cathy found out more than a year ago that she was a match to donate a kidney to her niece Natalie Mann, but only if she could lose 135 pounds in a year's time. She weighed almost 300 pounds at the time. She did it, saying the weight loss probably saved her life, and the kidney transplant at MUSC likely saved little Natalie's. Sarah's already been discharged from the hospital but is preferring to stay with Natalie for now while she recovers. The pair loves sharing mac and cheese now, something neither could have in the last year. Natalie's hoping to go home to Beaufort in a couple of weeks. For more information on these and other Lowcountry stories, we invite you to visit the sources listed on your screen. Latest update on local area sports. They're trying to get these games in around all the thunder showers we've had. Here's Justin Jarrett.
Hey Loco sports fans and WHHI viewers, it's time for Last Night in the Loco on WHHI, powered by Locosports.com. The Hilton Head Dixie Boys All-Stars don't have the 14U state title just yet, but there's a great chance that they will by the time you see this. The Island Boys stayed perfect Wednesday at Oscar Fraser Park with an 8-2 win over McBee to advance to today's championship game. It was a tight game early, but Phoenix Shapiro held down the opposition until Hilton Head's big bats woke up and broke it open. Hilton Head had a chance to lock up the title with a win over CWC Mohawk at 11 a.m. today, with the if necessary game to follow if Mohawk avenged its walk-off loss to the Island Boys on Tuesday. We'll have the scoop and the highlights tomorrow. Hilton Head's Emily Ruckno has had an incredible run at the USTA Girls 18s National Clay Court Championships in Mount Pleasant, but she ran into a buzzsaw on Wednesday, falling in straight sets to Kenna Erickson of Texas in the round of 32. Ruckno still has plenty to play for in the back draw and is still in the main doubles draw. We'll keep you posted on her progress. May River and host Whale Branch were crowned co-champions of the FCA 7-on-7 football tournament on Wednesday after the championship matchup was wiped out by evening thunderstorms. Locosports.com's Wes Kerr will have a full report on the event in Loco Weekend Wraparound, so be sure to tune in Friday. For Loco Sports and WHHI, I'm Justin Jarrett. Until next time, go Loco.
Should be a pretty easy forecast. It certainly has been a rerun over the last week or so. Maria Soden?
Thanks, Bob. That's right. Looking ahead to this weekend, it does look like we're going to see quite a bit of rain. Friday, it's going to be mostly cloudy in the morning, but then we are going to have a few big thunderstorms roll through the area throughout the afternoon and possibly into the evening. Winds are going to get up to 10 miles an hour. Hilton Head's going to have a high of 84, a low of 74. Bluffton's going to have a high of 85, a low of 73. And Beaufort's going to have a high of 86 and a low of 73. The sunrise for Friday is going to be at 6:26 and sunset's going to be at 8:30. Taking a look at the beach tides, high tide's going to be at 11:15 a.m. and low tide's going to be at 6:23 p.m. Taking a look into the weekend, Saturday there's going to be a thunderstorm in the morning, but then it's going to clear up and then it's just going to be cloudy the rest of the day. Highs in the 80s, lows in the 70s. Come Sunday, there's going to be a thunderstorm in the morning, but then it's going to be clear the rest of the day with highs in the 80s and lows in the 70s. And then come Monday, we're going to see a little bit of rain in the morning, and then it's supposed to clear up for the afternoon, and then we're possibly going to have a thunderstorm roll in the late afternoon, possibly into the evening. And the highs are going to be in the upper 80s and lows in the upper 70s. That's it for today. Let's head it back to the desk.
You just heard that story about EMTs. We're going to have another one coming up from former Beaufort Mayor Billy Kaiserling. We'll also talk about jazz camp, and we'll get you set for a big weekend, especially north of the Broad. Stay with us.